I'm definitely interested to see where it goes. I'll keep an eye on it, but do I have my hopes up for it? Not really. I could be wrong. If this game comes out and it's the greatest thing ever, I'll raise my hand and say that I was wrong. But I just don't. We've been let down so many times before in the past that I don't have my hopes up.
We talked about this before. You called it the scam before.
Oh, this game, yeah. Not a fan.
I'm interested to see what they do. The idea of being able to run around in a big city with skyscrapers and all the rest of that sort of stuff, not going to lie, that interests me. That really, really interests me. It's got such vibes of, the Last of Us /
The Vision. Is what it reminds me of.
I Am Legend. And yes, even my son, when I showed him the trailer, he said, it looks like a lot like The Division. And I said, yeah, I've been seeing people comment. It looks like a cross between The Division and DayZ. I've looked into the company. They've really come out of nowhere. They're mainly known for like little mobile sort of games or something like that. But
that's what worries me.
One comment I've seen, though, is NVIDIA teaming up with them.
Doesn't say anything. Doesn't say anything about the quality of the game at all. Because NVIDIA has sponsored games and touted games, and they are absolutely god-awful. I have no hope in this game. It might look great. It might look fantastic. But I've got a feeling that it's just going to be utterly terrible gameplay-wise.
Or at least,
I've got no hope for it.
You know the way, buddy, you were saying that it could be this open world kind of city thing. I think it's going to be, you're going to be limited within a city and maybe some little outdoor patches around said city, and that's going to be it. Like, you're going to be kind of trapped. You're not going to have a full, proper open world experience, if that makes sense.
Well, the website calls it an MMO.
I'm definitely interested to see where it goes. I'll keep an eye on it, but do I have my hopes up for it? Not really. I could be wrong. If this game comes out and it's the greatest thing ever, I'll raise my hand and say that I was wrong. But I just don't. We've been let down so many times before in the past that I don't have my hopes up.
Yeah.
Looks like dead matter, but it's the Division Archie saying in chat. But yeah, you go in and you look at their website. They really are making it hard for themselves. Where's their... There's not a lot of info. An open world MMO survival set in a deadly post-pandemic America, overrun by flesh-hungry infected and survivors killing each other for food, weapons, and cars. You wake up alone in a world you no longer remember, setting out to find answers and the resources to survive. It's, like, are they doing it on the new Unreal Engine?
Is there a release date for this game?
June is what it's still saying.
June. Christ, for that coming out in June, they don't have much footage, do they?
Like I said, I don't have much hope for it. Every single gameplay trailer, they've shown something very, very, very similar. There's
very scripted, very railroaded.
Apart from,
it's very
and it's like... I don't have any hopes for it. Maybe down the line they'll actually come out with 60 minutes of genuine footage or something like that. That would be pretty nice to see. But I can almost sense that when it comes out, it's going to be a buggy state. It's not going to be finished. It's going to spend the next 3 to 6 months doing patches, and then the support.
The developer has 2 games, Radiant 1 and The Wild 8. Never heard of either of them.
I hope, don't get me wrong, I hope I'm wrong. I want to be wrong. But with the way that the games industry right now, virtually every single new game that's come out is nowhere near finished. And to be fair, like even the history, and this is going to be a positive here, just because they've made 2 mobile games doesn't necessarily mean anything. You know, let's just put it this way. Hello Games. The first game that they made was Joe Danger. And then they made Joe Danger 2. And then they made No Man's Sky. Yes, sure, the game was terrible at launch. But look
they
at
stuck
it now.
with it. Yeah.
It's one of the best games that you could probably get. You know? It's a fantastic game, and it's got a really lovely atmosphere and a really, really nice community. But it's like, I don't know.
I agree with Scarcey to say, imagine you lived in a world where no games were coming out. At least you wouldn't be disappointed. I'm realistic. You know, it could be. You know, we've seen AAA companies absolutely bomb fucking known IP like Battlefield and that. But I'm not going to judge them. I'm concerned about, you know, some of the things you guys have said about, you know, the very heavily scripted videos and that. But of course they're going to shine their game in a good light. You know, you look at the trailer for DayZ. Yeah, that showed you doing things that you couldn't do. I think I remember a trailer where you suicided with a fucking chainsaw. You know, the game's full release now. You can't do that. The chainsaws aren't even in the game. But I want it to be good because it's going to be different. I don't think it'll be a DayZ killer. I'm not going to say that at all. But it's going to be another. You know, there's a lot of people who get the blinkers on that DayZ's the only game. There's other games out there. You know, 7 Days to Die, Project Zomboid, Scum, Dirt Matter. Dead Side, you know, there's other games out there for people who want something a bit different to the DayZ experience. This looks like it's forging some new ground.
Like I said, I really do hope that I'm wrong, and I do hope the game does become successful and it's actually polished. But, you know, fool me why? How does it go? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice,
shame on you.
Shame on me. Yeah, something like that. And it's like, just been scorned too many times by games these days, and I just don't have any hope. But fingers crossed, and I do wish the team the absolute best, because we all know how difficult it is to make a fucking game. And there's a lot of pressure, and the pressure's even more so now that NVIDIA is on the ball. So
the only way we will see is when a beta or an alpha or something comes out of this game. When we see that, we'll know. It'll be either a yes or no. That'll be it. When we see a beta or an alpha, that'll be it.
Honestly, I hope they don't do either. I hope when they release the game, it's what they intend.
Oh, I highly doubt that. Just look at every other game out there now.
Yeah, Project Zomboid's popping as well. Look at that. How old's that game?
I have no idea. I've never heard of it.
Fucking old. It's as old as DayZ.
DayZ, 2014.
Huh.
Look at those player numbers. Look at that. Just a flat line, 1,000, 2,000, and then bang, it's hit the meta.
You want to know why that is? Because they've introduced multiplayer. The game was never multiplayer. Technically, you could get it to work, but it wasn't properly supported. Now they have a beta branch where you can have multiplayer up to 16 players, I think. I'm not too sure. And it works brilliantly from what I've seen. And that's why people are buying it. It's great.
Yeah. Scum's not doing too well. But even Scum's all-time peak is more than DayZ's. 68,000 when it first came out.
And that's it.
Got to 28,000, but it's at 15,000. That's healthy. What else have we got?
That's a decent number here. Oh,
Rust is off the charts.
Like hundreds.
It's off the charts. Rust has always been like fairly healthy.
Rust appeals to the more arcadey people, the ones who aren't prepared to, get so invested. But 154,000. It's doing. So many people have said the survival genre is dead. It's not. It is not, and it is. I don't think it ever will be, to be honest. There's something about it.
I think the genre that's kind of dying out now is the FPS kind of shooter genre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's Deadside doing?
I think DayZ's
Pretty much dead.
not
Dead.
good. Yeah.
DayZ is living up to its name. Fucking dead.
All-time peak of 9,500 people. Jesus Christ, that's bad.
But it's still in development, isn't it?
Couldn't tell you. I don't know a single thing about DayZ.
Neither do I.
Dead Matter isn't even out. It's not even on Steam, I don't think. Yeah. Dead Matter is, well, literally dead.